Guys, it's time. The fall decor has come out. The fall scents have come out. The fall drinks are out, which means it's time for the fall palettes to come out, baby. Here we go. In case you're new here, hi, my name is Michaela, Mac for short, and here we love to play with makeup, especially eyeshadow. So if this sounds like something fun to you, stick around while we get rolling. Okay, guys, fall palette season. Oh my gosh, it is my favorite time of the year. It's my favorite time for palettes. Just want to clarify, you do not have to organize your palettes into seasons. I do, it's just my preference. So let's just get into this because I'm just too excited. I can't resist. So I have a couple palettes here in no particular order. However, I will admit the first two are probably my favorite for the fall season. But coming in at number 1, Nomad Cosmetics Hudson Valley palette. My goodness, you guys, this is the epitome of a fall color story. I mean, look at this beautifulness. As you can see, my fall festival, that orange shade there, it came busted in the mail, so I kind of put her back together. She's all good. She still works perfectly fine, as you can see from those swatches. But this is just, like I said, the epitome of a fall color story. And I absolutely love that you have half the palette that is warm tones, the other half is cool tones. You've got your row of shimmers in there. I just picked up this palette a couple of weeks ago, but I've been dabbling and playing with it, and I love it. The colors are smooth, they are pigmented, they blend really well. It's the typical Nomad formula that I've come to know up to this point, and I just cannot wait to dig into this season. Coming in at the next spot here, it's my other favorite for the fall season. It is the ABH Rose Metals. This is the ultimate grunge fall story. I just love, love, love the grungy tones in here. You've got those lavender grungy purples. These metallic shades, guys, they're stunning. They are very, very soft, highly pigmented. The mattes blend beautifully. I just absolutely love this palette. The colors are stunning, and it just screams grungy fall to me, so this is definitely one of my favorites. Going off of that fall grungy vibe, next we have the Melt Cosmetics Gemini palette. It's a grungy green, guys. It's a grungy green. I mean, I love that you have your more neutral yellow-based tones there to the left side of the palette, and I love that they have a matte black in here. And then you've also got your beautiful grungy greens. This palette only has 2 shimmers, so it's definitely matte heavy, but that does not deter me from using this because it is beautiful. Going off of that greenish yellow color story, I have this palette right here. This is from Juvia's Place called the Nomad. These tones are just very fall festival feeling to me. You've got your yellows, you've got your more neutral browns, you've got like an olivey green, you've got some really beautiful shimmers. This palette is new to me, so I haven't done any full looks with it yet, just a couple tester looks. So this is a palette that I'm definitely interested in playing with this fall. I know the tones are somewhat similar to what I kind of have already shown you, but this will just give me something new to play with, and it's a new formula that I have not tried. This is my first Juvia's Place palette, so I do look forward to giving you guys a review on this one. Next up, we have Urban Decay Naked Honey. This has very grungy neutral tones as well. Got this very vibrant gold shade here in the middle called Honey. It has those mustardy yellow tones. It's very fall-esque to me. This is a palette I love to reach for when I need just a little pop of color, but I'm trying to stay neutral. And it just goes with shirts like this so well. I mean, look at that. Like, this is so cute. I can't wait to use it. Staying in that Urban Decay Naked family, we have Wild West palette. This has different tones for what I would consider fall. You can see that we've got our neutral tones here. Again, you've got that pop of a not so yellow, but a more true golden color. You've got that silver and those blues and reds and purples. Those are the kinds of tones that I reach for towards the end of fall, going into winter. So this is a great end of fall palette for me. And the last part of my collection, but certainly not least, my little buddy here. This is the e.l.f. Bite Size Pumpkin Pie palette. He's just a little feller. I hate the packaging on it, though. It's such a pain to open. He's just a little feller here. But even though I had these tones over and over my palette, this little guy is just so easy to work with. He's blendable. He's not the best formula I have in this pile, but when I need a quick look, I don't need to think about, this is the one that I gravitate towards, and plus I can take it with me for touch-ups. Okay guys, that's it for my collection. However, I do want to talk about a couple of things, so I'm going to go ahead and scooch over here. Okay guys, I'm going to go ahead and put up some palettes over here that are on my fall/Halloween wish list that I don't have yet, but I have intentions of buying at some point. So hopefully they don't disappear. But first up is from Gourmand Girls, the Nightshade palette. You have some really stunning purple and greens in here. I do believe this one just dropped a couple of weeks ago, so this is fairly new to the season. Also from Gourmand Girls, we have the Spooked palette. I do believe this was last year's release. I've been hearing this and seeing this, and the color story is just, it is Halloween. I mean, it's a spooked palette, but this is a palette I definitely want to invest in. I'm put the prices and the links to where you can purchase these in the description box below. Another collab I want to talk about is from Shroud and Batty Bean. Batty Bean is on YouTube here as well. I adore her. She's so cute and so funny, so quirky. I absolutely love the looks that she comes up with, but she has a collab with Shroud, and it is the Halloween palette and the It's Freaking Bats palette. I'll put both of those up here. These are grungy Halloween, true Halloween. I want these so bad. As far as I know, they are still available on Shroud's website. I do really want these. I'm saving towards them. We will get there. Hey guys, I do want to talk about some upcoming releases that are fall or Halloween inspired that I have intentions of picking up after they are fully revealed. The first one up here is, of course, Nomad Cosmetics. They just today, Monday the 21st of August, they did their first hint. If you're new to Nomad Cosmetics, they are the creator of that first palette that we looked at. But when they're revealing new destination palettes, they have a couple of days where they drop a color story here, a little bit of a color story here, and a hint over a couple of days, and you have like a guessing game to get to the name of the destination or the final reveal of the palette. I do believe they said the palette was being revealed on the 29th. If I'm incorrect, I'll put that below. But regardless of when it's revealed, I have intentions of getting it. So here's the first sneak peek for it, and I am thrilled. My guess is it's some kind of Western ghost town theme, and I'm here for it, man. I am here for it. Also, I did want to mention too, I noticed that Nomad had mentioned in their comments on some of these posts that the Haunted Europe palette will be coming back for spooky season 2024. I missed this release and I have been devastated ever since. I tossed and turned on it and tossed and turned on it, and I have regretted it since that moment. So now that I know they have this coming back, I will be picking it up. And again, that is per their comments, next spooky season 2024. It looks like Glamlite is doing a Ghostface collab. I don't know hardly anything about this. I'm following the socials. We'll see what pops up. But as of the day I'm filming this, they've done a quick sneak peek, but it's just been a couple of shades. I don't have a launch date or anything else like that for you. I'm a little afraid that it's going to be just another Chucky palette. I hope not. Don't get me wrong. The Chucky palette is beautiful. I don't have it. I've seen the swatches, the reviews, the many looks. I would kill to have it. But I don't at this current point in time. So we'll see what the Ghostface palette looks like. I am stoked for it though. And last but not least, it's another company that I don't have any palettes from, Unearthly Cosmetics. They have two palettes that drop for the fall season, the Fall Magic and Sorceress Smoke. I hope I said that right. Again, I don't have any Unearthly Cosmetics, but I have seen a lot of their products advertised through Heather Austin, who did a collab with them not too long ago with the Resurgence palette and the Resurgence collection. Beautiful palette. Those are just a couple of honorable mentions that have some palettes that will be dropping soon that I might be picking up. Nomad for sure, possibly Glamlite, and maybe some Unearthly Cosmetics. Okay guys, you got a glimpse into the main palettes that I use during the fall season. I have other palettes that kind of slip in there in the mix, but these are the ones I gravitate toward for the fall season. Also showed you some of the palettes that will be dropping soon and some existing palettes that if you want to add to your collection that I would recommend based on the reviews I've been watching. Hopefully those are palettes I'll pick up as well. But for now, I sincerely appreciate your time. Thank you so much for stopping in. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.